Welcome back to this clown's garage. Welcome back to this clown's garage. We have the wagon back, and this time we're putting dual fan shroud, a Derale one with a fan controller from Derale. I also have a video of this car being built, so I'm going to put that link in the description below. So this is what we're putting in. From Derale Performance, the dual high amp fan controller, and we're also putting this high output shroud electric fan. It's part number 16838. And that's what this looks like. I also have a video of doing this on a third gen Camaro, so I'll put that link in the description below. So let's begin. Okay, so we're just going to take the stock shroud off now. Okay, now just give us a little more space. We're taking the mechanical fan off. That's a 1/2 inch. Those bolts. Okay, now that's the last one. Make sure you bang into your radiator and you put a nice dent in it. Alright, so the mounts for the radiator, they're part of this lower shroud over here. So we're going to take this lower shroud off and modify it, just cut it a little bit, get it out of the way so we can fit the Derale shroud over this. So there's 2 bolts here, 2 10mm bolts. Alright, so I went on top and I pulled the radiator up and this slid right out. So we're just going to slide this lower fan shroud out now. Just like that. So lower shroud, we're just going to cut it this way, along here and over there. And if we need to cut this a little more, we can do that later. But go ahead and cut! Okay, now we're just going to raise the radiator some. And that's it. Now putting the bolts back in. And that's done down here. Alright, now we're going to cut the upper radiator shroud. We're going to just cut it over here, across here, and over to here. That looks decent right there. Okay, so we tested this a couple of times. This is really tight over here. I just took a hammer to the edges over here and tapped it in. Off the car, obviously, and this went in. But now it's going to be really super tight, and we're going to put a rubber little lining around here. So we need more space here. So I'm just going to pop these rivets out, the end rivets, and push this in a little bit and re-rivet it. So I'm going to do that off the bench, on the bench, sorry. Alright, so we're just going to drill out the outer rivets and then bend it over and probably put new rivets in its place. So drill this rivet out. So test fit again. It looks like it's good now. On all sides. Slid right in. So Derale supplies you with this rubber lining. What we're going to do, we're going to cut it in straight strips because you can't go around the corners here, and just push it on. Alright, so it's on there. And we left the outer rivet off just in case we need to pry this over some more. We could do it on the car. Okay, so it sits in there nicely now. With this cover, just mocking it up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and wire the fan, put some wires in the fans, and run it out over here. I'm going to use 10 gauge wire here for the power and ground to connect these wires. And I'm going to use these butt connectors here, the heat shrinkable ones. And then I'm going to route these to 2 weather pack connectors. You should always have some sort of connector here you could take apart for these fans. It's also good for testing if the fan goes bad, one fan goes bad or something like that. You can always put straight power to it from there. So just go ahead and do that. I'm also going to drill here a hole, put a grommet, and run the wires through. Bend this over and stick it from behind. And put this on this end. Go ahead and crimp this down. Heat her up. On the positive wire, I like to put another layer of heat shrink on it because sometimes this gets cut like that. You can also put one on the negative side. Okay, now we're going to make a hole right here. Okay, I'm going to use this step drill bit. I'm going to mark it right here. I'm going to go up to there. Okay. And now you can put the wires through. And I'm going to zip tie these in place. I'm going to put these zip ties with sticky tape over here. One over there, one over there. Okay, now all I gotta do is just pull on the zip ties. And we're done on the inside of this. Now I've already dropped this bad boy in. Wires out of the way. And we're good. Fits like a glove, baby. Like a glove. So I'm using this piece of cardboard as a template. We're going to use some flat stock here to make a little bracket, an L bracket. Go ahead and put this. So go ahead and cut it here. And it's going to bend over here. And now bend it over. Okay, and that's how that's going to sit. Now I'm going to make a little mark here for the hole. And just do one right in the middle too. Use a drop of Tap Magic. Go ahead and drill. Alright. Put this bad boy in here. Okay, now we're putting self-tapper over here. And we're good. So we're going to use some stock holes here, so we don't have to drill any holes. We'll put some riv nuts in there to put some straps for the top. Now I'm using this flat aluminum stock, and I'm going to make some straps here. Bend that over there, over there.
Not really, no.
Okay, so that's pretty good there. Just go ahead and cut it here and drill some holes. Put some insulation on this. And oh boy. And over here, put a sheet metal screw. This is fan number 1. I put a weather pack on it already, connector. And I'm going to do the same thing on fan number 2. Put the seal on. Strip it.
Hey, Clem, you like pressing things?
What's up, Brianna? And stick it in the hole until it clicks like that, and press this down, and you're pretty much done. Okay, so one thing I want to point out here, fan 1, I'll put a mark on it. This is the power and negative wires for fan 1. This is fan 2. If you look at the controller, this is fan 1 here, power, and this is fan 2. So I'm going to hook them up like this. I put one side over here. The power sides coming from the controller, I put in 2 separate connect weather packs. Then the negative sides, I'm going to go here and I'm going to put them onto the frame of the car. So I'm doing that now. Doing the negative side. So this is also ground here, the short black wire, and that's also going to go with the grounds. And we're good. Okay, now I'm going to mount the Derale controller with the supplied screws. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to install the breaker. A little bit of advice when you put the breaker in, make sure it's not close to a heat source or else you'll be constantly tripping it. So this goes here, it says AWX over here in this terminal, and this terminal says BAT. So this goes straight to the battery. Okay, now we connect these as well. Fan 1 is this one here. And this is fan 2. Alright, the other side of the breaker goes straight to the positive terminal of the battery. And we're good. Now put some Teflon tape on this. Put some blue monster tape. This comes with the kit. And this is for the temperature sensor. And this goes over here around the intake on this engine. Okay, so that didn't fit in there, so we got this adaptive bushing. I just happen to have it in stock in the Clown inventory. So I'm going to tighten this on here. I'm going to put some blue Teflon on here and thread that over there. Alright, now put that in there.
They got you on cholesterol medicine or what?
Yeah, something about like this, the shit don't break off, it gives it another coating.
Can you and scan your arteries?
Not yet, no.
Come on, get that done.
And it's good. And I'm good and put this on there. Just screws on top of it. And it's good. The green wire from the controller, this is a manual override wire. If you apply 12 volts to this, it turns on the first fan. This is good if you have AC. You could connect it to the AC power. Whenever you turn the AC on, it turns on the first fan. Or you could just, like I said, put a switch inside the 12 volt to turn the first fan on yourself. This yellow wire, this is for ignition hot. So we're gonna put this in the fuse block inside the car. Alright, so this went into the fuse block. It says ignition IGN with an arrow, and I just put it in there. So I put the wire over here, connect to the yellow wire. I also tested this. It does give power when ignition goes on. And the wiring is done. Alright, so the job's done. There's the fan set up, the controller set up. You pop this off and you could actually adjust. There's a little screw in there, you turn that. The best advice I could probably give you is look at the temperature to see what temperature the fans turn on. The first fan turns on. And if you don't like it, you could adjust it to turn on faster or slow or a higher temperature from here. And then that takes care of the rest. So that's what we can do now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like me, and share me. See ya!